Excuse me, allergies must be. Now, could it be that Warren has allergies? Is he allergic to Loki? This is Loki, by the way. Let me introduce Loki. Loki's kind of like our office dog. He was rescued by my assistant Julie. And he kind of hangs out here and kind of runs the place when I'm not around. All right, Loki, go play. We're going to talk about allergies today. You know, we spend a lot of time in shelters, and so many dogs and cats wind up at shelters for no other reason than someone in the family has allergies. So the question is, Warren, can we have a pet if we do have allergies? You know, a couple of years ago, we heard a lot of different stories about President Obama and his Portuguese water dog. Are there other types of dogs or other breeds of dogs that are non-allergic or hypoallergenic, as they say? There are many different breeds that are considered hyperallergenic, but I want you to listen to me carefully. There's no such thing as the perfect dog. President Obama has the Portuguese water dog. There's also the Irish water spaniel, the American water spaniel, and many, many other breeds that are really considered, again, great for people with allergies, and they do work great. And here's the reason why. Portuguese water dogs, poodles, Irish water spaniels, American water spaniels, they don't have fur like most dogs do. They have hair like we do. Therefore, they don't shed as much, and that's why they're considered a great alternative for people with allergies. But there are other things you can do. Let's say you already have a dog and someone in the house has allergies. Is there anything you could do to keep those allergies under control? There are many, many things you can do. First of all, let me give you a prime example. In my office, we have carpeting. If this was my home and I had allergies, there would be no carpeting. I'd use linoleum, wood, or tile. Why? Because the dander and the stuff that you're allergic to, the allergens, get deep inside the carpet. So number one, if you do have allergies and you can get rid of carpeting, it's a great idea. Same thing with drapes. Get rid of the drapes and curtains. Venetian blinds work much, much better. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but believe me, the investment is well worth the sneezing and well worth the pleasure of living with your pet. There's a lot of other things you can do, for example. But what about cats? You know, one of the biggest problems is people that have allergy to cats, and most people think the allergy is due to dander or hair, when in reality, it's due to the cat's saliva. And you know how fastidiously clean cats are. They're always licking themselves, getting their saliva all over their body. Then you go to pet your cat, or the cat's on the furniture, and you have a reaction. So a very simple remedy is to have someone in the family take a damp washcloth every day before you come home and before you're in the room with the cat, and just wipe it over the cat to get that dander off. As a matter of fact, you can use a washcloth, but there are actually allergy wipes available now on the market. And there are certain breeds of cat, like the Sphinx and other breeds, that you can really think about in terms of allergies and living with a cat at the same time. Now, why is it that certain dogs have less of a reaction to people with allergies? Well, it's the Portuguese water dog, the Irish water spaniel, the poodles. They don't have fur like most dogs do. They have hair like we do. That's why they don't shed the same way, therefore not causing that same reaction. But let's say you already have a dog. You have a beautiful German Shepherd, a Labrador Retriever, and all day long you go, you're sneezing, but you're never going to get rid of your dog. He's your best friend. What can you do? You know, we're very lucky to be living nowadays because there are many different things on the market that will help us with our pets and allergies. For example, I have allergies. A lot of people don't know that I have allergies to certain pets. When I first went to the doctor, he said, "Hey Warren, you know you're allergic to dogs and cats." I said, "Hey doc, you better come up with another diagnosis real quick." But I use a vacuum cleaner like this. It has a HEPA filter, and it's really, really good to make sure dander and hair and anything comes out of the carpet. So I recommend that someone else, not the person with allergies, vacuum the house on a pretty consistent basis. I also recommend the use of a filter like this, a HEPA filter, so the air is circulating, taking a lot of allergens out of the air as well. And there are many, many other things you can do. For example, a lot of people assume that if they have allergy or someone in the family has allergies, they should bathe the pet more often. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. The more you bathe your pet, in most cases, the drier the skin gets, the more dander you have. That's why now there are great products on the market. For example, this is a relatively new product made in Southern California. It's made by a company called NatureVet. It's called Aller 911 Skincare Shampoo. And the concept is that it's for pets specifically with allergies and keeps all that dander down to a minimum and keeps that skin and coat really nice and moist. And it's sulfur-free, which is really important for allergies. So there are many different products you can use if your dog or cat is causing any reaction on your part. But let's say it's really severe. I remember a few years ago, someone called me up on the radio show and said, "Hey Warren, you know, my doctor said I got to get rid of my Cocker Spaniel because of my allergies." And my suggestion was get rid of her doctor. But here's what I recommended. If you really love your dog, you can make changes in your house. Now, not everyone's going to redecorate, but let's say, for example, you have carpeting in your house. Not a good idea if you have allergies to begin with, let alone if you have dogs or cats roaming around. Drapery should be replaced by Venetian blinds, carpeting by tile or linoleum. I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's going to make life a whole lot easier for you to live. The other thing with allergies that's really, really important as well is besides the vacuuming, besides the filtration, besides getting the cat's saliva off of him, using a good shampoo and not overbathing, there are other products as well. First thing you want to do is determine what type of allergy, what are you really allergic to? Your doctor can tell you that. And also, you might want to have one room in the house, which is kind of, I don't have a name for it, but it's kind of like the safe room where the dog or cat never goes in that room and the person that has allergies can go in there to get away from anything that's causing an allergic reaction on her part. Also, you've heard me talk about my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement trees. Why am I blowing my own horn again? Well, let me tell you why I'm blowing my own horn. If a dog, or in the case of a cat, if a dog or a cat has nice moist skin, they're going to shed so much less, they're going to have so much less dander, which obviously means less allergens for the person that's allergic in your house. And there are many things that you can do to treat dogs with allergies as well. But right now I want to focus on the human allergy part of it. So you got the filter going, you've changed your carpeting, you've got the vacuum cleaner, someone else vacuuming on a regular basis. Is there anything else that you can do? Yeah. Just because someone tells you a specific breed of dog is great for allergies, let me recommend this. I recommend you go to your breeder's home. Let's say you have to buy a specific breed of dog. I always advocate adopting, and there are lots of poodles for adoption and lots of Portuguese water dogs as well. But if you're going to be purchasing a puppy, you're going to go to a reputable breeder, what I want you to make sure is before you make any decision, you leave your checkbook and your credit cards at home and you spend several days or several hours around the adults as well as the puppies to see if you're going to have any reaction. You know, just because you have allergies, there's no reason that you can't share in the joy and love of being around pets and having pets around you all day. So the next time one of your doctor says or a friend says, you know, you got to get rid of your dog, you got to get rid of your cat because you have allergies, just turn around and say to them, you know what, there are things we can do. With my husband, if I was allergic to my husband, would I get rid of him? Well, maybe some of you would say yes, but the bottom line is you can live with your pets and you can live with pets even if you have allergies. Follow the steps I just outlined here. That's going to help an awful lot. A good diet can go an awful long way as well. There are things your vet can recommend also, but good skin and coat conditioners like Hugs and Kisses are really, really important. So go ahead, hug and kiss that pet, and I promise you won't be sneezing anymore.